My husband cheated on me with my closest friend. I was sitting on the edge of the bed that night, slowly taking off my earrings, when my husband walked into the bathroom and closed the door behind him. The sound of running water filled the room, steady and loud, and steam began to creep from under the door. He left his phone on the small table beside the bed, just as he always did, careless, unafraid. I had no intention of looking. I wasn't searching for anything. I was a woman who trusted. But the phone suddenly vibrated, its screen lighting up the darkness, and from the corner of my eye I saw the name. My heart stopped for a moment. A name I knew too well. A name that had shared my laughter and my tears. A name I believed was safety, not betrayal. I reached out hesitantly, as if touching fire, and opened the message. It was short, but deadly. I miss you. When can we be alone without her suspecting? And right beneath it, soon, she said she's going to visit her mother. I froze. The water kept running as if the world hadn't collapsed, but inside me, everything did. I didn't stop at the message. My fingers were trembling, yet I opened the entire conversation. Months slid past my eyes, then a year, then two. Words, photos, plans, written laughter, intimate details only lovers share. Betrayal that had become routine, a parallel life. I read, "Come during her work hours, the house is empty." Then, "When she sleeps at her mother's, we're more comfortable." And then the sentence that completely destroyed me, "We've been like this for 2 years, and she never suspected a thing." 2 years. 2 years of me leaving for work every morning, coming home tired, thinking I was building a life. 2 years of visiting my mother, sleeping peacefully, while they slept in my bed. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't weakness. It was a complete, calculated betrayal inside my own home. The phone slipped from my hand. I covered my mouth so I wouldn't scream, and cried silently. Heavy tears, as if the tears themselves were ashamed to fall. A few minutes later, my husband came out of the bathroom, a towel around his waist, smiling calmly. He asked if I was okay. I looked at him for a long time and saw nothing familiar. I said yes. He lay down and fell asleep, as if 2 years of betrayal weren't buried beneath that bed. I stayed awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying every word, every written laugh, realizing I had been absent from my own life while everyone else was present. In the morning, I stood in front of the mirror and didn't recognize the woman staring back. She was broken, but there was a hard awareness in her eyes. I decided not to confront them. I wanted the lie to expose itself. Days passed slowly and painfully. By day, I was a normal wife, making coffee, going to work, coming home exhausted. By evening, my close friend sat beside me, laughing, talking about loyalty, every word stabbing me quietly, while anger built in silence. At night, I cried without sound, finally understanding the weight of the deception. 2 years stolen while I smiled. One morning that seemed ordinary, I told my husband I was going to visit my mother in another town and would sleep there. He didn't doubt it. He smiled. My absence was the signal they were used to. I stayed away, knowing in my heart they were together as always. After that, I did what I did, without a face, without a name, and let things take their course. I wasn't there when the police arrived. I didn't see the shock or the collapse. I only knew that everything ended quickly, and that the house, which had witnessed my betrayal, became a witness to their fall. When I returned later, the house was empty, terrifyingly quiet. I sat alone, staring at the walls that had held 2 years of secrets, waiting to feel victory, but it never came. Nights became heavy. I woke at every sound, trembled at every unknown number. By day, I looked strong. By night, I was a woman carrying a story she couldn't tell anyone. I had no husband, no friend, no home that felt safe. I kept telling myself they betrayed me while I worked, while I visited my mother, inside my own home. They deserved it. But the question returned every night, softer and crueler. What about me? Who am I after all this? Revenge didn't give me back what I lost, and it didn't erase 2 years of betrayal. It only left me living with the heaviest truth. And I leave the judgment to you. Was I right? Or do some stories, no matter how just their ending seems, leave their owners prisoners of what they learned forever?